I am going to buy 10 houses that will make me over $20,000 each month, and I'm gonna do it all for less than $50,000 out of my own pocket. And you can do it too. Let's talk about real estate, guys. This is going to be a little bit different, actually a lot different video than we usually do on this channel, but I think it's important, especially for anybody out there who might be considering real estate or just wants to make a lot of money. This is how you can do it. You might be thinking, Brett, you're a YouTuber. Why do you gotta get into real estate? Don't you make a lot of money? Well, I do okay, but unfortunately, I chose to make videos in a field of self-improvement, and that actually doesn't pay very well. It actually pays the lowest out of every category on YouTube. To put it simply, I make about $1,000 for every million views, maybe a little bit more, maybe up to $1,500 if I'm lucky. So that means if I get 50 million views in a year, which is a lot, I'll maybe make $50, $60, $70,000 tops, which is not great. That's like, you know, middle class here in America, at least. So that's why I gotta supplement my income with the gum that I sell and stuff like this. But I also am aware that YouTube isn't forever. I'm not gonna be, you know, 50 up here talking about jaw lines and stuff. I'll probably have jowls by then, right? So I got into real estate to set myself up for the future when I no longer have the desire or energy to get in front of the camera to try to get that coveted million views, right? And my vehicle of doing that is real estate. There's so many ways out there to make money, some faster than others. We've got these new internet strategies, you know, e-commerce, drop shipping, cryptocurrency, but there's also tried and true methods. And the best one is real estate. Actually, if you look it up, 9 out of 10 millionaires in the country got there through real estate. So that's the vehicle that I chose. It just makes the most sense. I always liked the idea of owning real, tangible houses that I own, and then people can pay me to go live in them. It makes a lot more sense to me than these imaginary coins on some blockchain or whatever. I don't get it, right? So real estate was my choice. So this video is just to show you guys who might be interested in real estate, or maybe you have no idea what you want to do to make money. Maybe it's real estate. Maybe this will be the inception of you becoming a multi-millionaire. I don't know. So if building a real estate portfolio, a whole fleet of houses that you own that make you tens of thousands of dollars every month, if that interests you, then keep watching all the way through to the end, and let's make a millionaire out of you, baby. Let's begin. So I always was interested in real estate, but I didn't get my first property until last year. I was doing all this research, getting analysis paralysis, and I had no idea where I wanted to invest, what kind of house. And eventually I settled on this house in Austin, Texas. It had a great exploding market over the past few years. So I bought this house that I thought was going to be a great deal. They kind of hustled me because they rushed me and told me that I didn't need to get it inspected or anything. So I was like, okay. I just trusted the agent and bought this house for way under what the market value was and thought it was getting a great deal. Little did I know that it had all these underlying, it had foundation issues, it had plumbing issues, and it had a heavy smell of smoke because whoever was in there was smoking up a storm. So that's not something you want. And that's something you can't see, you know, in the pictures and videos before you buy. So I had to address all of those issues, and it cost me over $30,000, destroying my margins, making it basically not a good deal. I still have the house, but that was a huge learning experience and a lesson learned to always get the house inspected multiple times if you can and do your due diligence, right? So I was kind of at a loss with my first property. I was feeling deflated, unmotivated, and I came across this podcast episode where this lady named Yamu, and she was talking about how she went from living in poverty, sleeping on a dirt floor in Africa, to moving to America, and within 2 years having a real estate portfolio with 32 properties, making her $80,000 profit each month. And this was a light bulb moment. I want to do exactly what she's doing. That's crazy. So I actually slid in her DMs. I was like, hey, can you mentor me? And one of the benefits of having a following and a personal brand is she was like, yeah, let's do it. So lesson in there. And she's been mentoring me, and she actually helped me with my next real estate deal, and she's been a huge help. Now, if you're interested in getting that same type of mentorship, she does sell a personal coaching. So if that's something that interests you, then definitely go check that out. Her Instagram is Building Wealth from Rentals, I believe. So yeah, go check it out. So what she taught me was that you could get a lot more house for your money out in the Midwest. And there's something very special about the Midwest as well. There's big hospitals out there. And where there's hospitals, there are travel nurses. And travel nurses, you can charge up to 2 to 3 times more towards their rent than you would a normal tenant. So I know this is getting kind of confusing, but let me explain what I did. So I found a house that was actually a duplex. It had 2 units, top and bottom, and I bought it pretty much ready to go. It was ready to be rented. I bought the whole house for $160,000. I put down 20%, which is pretty common. So I put down about $40,000 with the closing costs and everything. And I made it look nice. I put beds in there. It looks like this now, the top, and then here's the bottom. And I put it on these websites to target travel nurses. And so for this one house that my mortgage is about $1,200 each month, I charge $2,000 for each unit, top and bottom. Both units are rented, so that means it makes me about a profit of $3,000 each month. It's a little bit less because the websites that I use to find tenants take a little bit of the fee and stuff like that, but it's probably about $2,700 per month. I felt like this was an amazing situation, going from my house in Austin, which I bought for $350,000, and I just now got renters in there and they're canceling out the mortgage. I'm not making any money because it's an expensive market. The rents don't really go above the mortgage, to this situation in the Midwest where the rents are making me nearly $3,000 a month off of this one little house. It's crazy. Now you're probably thinking, but yeah, Brett, you had $40,000 to put down on this property. Well, what I learned from Yamu is that there's an even better way, a way that you can use pretty much none of your own money, or very little. And this is called the BRRRR method. BRRRR. I think that was 4 R's, right? The B is you buy. So you buy a house that needs a lot of work. You know, those shitty houses that you see on the corner that are all beat up, that no one looks at twice. You want to look for those type of properties where there's a lot of opportunity to fix them up and make them look nice, because you could get them way under market value. If a normal nice house is $100,000, you want to find the old beat up one that you only have to pay $50,000. So you get a loan for this $50,000 house. You only have to put down 20%. So that's $10,000. Yes, you'll have to come up with that down payment, but you'll probably get it back, because here's what you're going to do. You're going to get a loan for the $50,000, the price of the house, but you're also gonna add in the price of the renovations to that loan. So let's assume it needs $20,000 in renovations. This is to fix it all up, make it look brand new and nice. After the renovations, this is the R, buy, renovate. The next one is rent. Now you just put it online, get a property manager, and you find somebody to go live in the house, whether it's a duplex or a single family home, you know, just one unit. That's the second R. Now this is where the magic comes in. You just took this $50,000 house, you made it look really nice, and now it appraises for $100,000 because you added value to it. So now what you do, you just added, you are all in $70,000, buying it in its distressed state, and then with $20,000 of renovations, $70,000. Now it's worth $100,000. So that's $30,000 of value that you added to the house. In America, the United States, you can get a thing called a cash out refinance. This is where you can trade in your loan for a new loan up to 70% of the new value of the home. So you take this loan that you had for $60,000 because you paid $10,000 for the down payment, and you refinance into a new loan where they will give you 70% of the new value. The new value is $100,000, so they'll write you a check for $70,000. Now what you do with this $70,000 is first you go pay off your old loan, which was $60,000. Bang, paid off, it's gone. Now you have $10,000 left over. That's your down payment that you just got back because you refinanced into this new loan. It literally, no strings attached, there's no catch or anything. You just got your $10,000 back that you invested. So that's the third R, refinance. And then the last R, the fourth R in BRRRR is repeat. So you just take your initial $10,000 down payment and you go buy another house that needs the work. And then you make it nice, get a renter in there, and then refinance. And the renter is in there paying your mortgage, and it's going to be easy to find a renter because you now have this nice brand new looking house that you renovated, and then people want to live there, and you get all of your money back so you can just redo it all over again. So if you redid this 10 times, you could literally get 10 houses for free. Now, of course, there's unexpected issues that are going to come up. Some houses will have structural damage. They need mold removed, a new roof, plumbing issues, whatever. So that's why I put in the title for under $50,000. Sometimes your repairs will go higher than estimated. You end up spending $30,000 or $40,000. But even when you refinance, if you get half of your down payment back, that's still a huge win. So let's say, for example, you find a duplex for $70,000. You pay $40,000 to make it look all nice, and then it appraises for $150,000. Right? You refinance, get your money back, you rent it out to travel nurses who are paying you $2,000 a month. You repeat, you do it with 9 more duplexes. So now you have 10 properties, but they're duplexes, so they have 2 units in each house, and you didn't pay anything for it because each time you refinanced, you got your down payment back. You rent each unit for $2,000 a month to travel nurses. That's $40,000 per month that you are getting, but your mortgage payment is probably about $10,000, maybe $1,000, $1,200 per house, per property, right? So that's a profit of about $30,000 per month. So your renters are paying off your mortgage for you, and you're making $30,000 profit each month. It's like magic. It's beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I've already got my 2 properties. My next one is I'm gonna find a distressed property, add value to it, refinance, do it all over again, and do that 10 times in a row. And you can do it too. All you need to do is save up $10,000 to $20,000 for the very first one. And that doesn't even take into account compound appreciation. You know, the value of the house is going up each month. The houses you're not even paying off. Historically, a house doubles in value about every 10 years. So that means your 10 houses that are worth $1.5 million now are going to be worth $3 million in 10 years. And then 10 years after that, if you still have them, it'll be worth $6 million, and so on and so forth. That's if you don't even buy any more houses. And this is my plan to replace my YouTube income and set myself up for the rest of my life. So these properties will be making me money and I'm just chilling, relaxing. So I hope this made sense. I know it's like a lot if you're not familiar with these terms and whatnot, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want the same mentorship that I had, then go find Yamu on Instagram, Building Wealth from Rentals. Yeah, she definitely knows what she's doing and has helped me a lot. So yeah, that's it. That's my plan to get 10 houses for under $50,000. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, and until next time, peace.